Hey guys, Chrissy here with Flow with Chrissy. Today I wanted to break down our sun salutations, or Surya Namaskar A. We cue these a lot in our vinyasa style classes, and it's a really great way to get the body heated up, warmed up from the inside out, really connect our breath and linking it to our movements, and just an overall great sequence to actually put into your morning routines. So you wake up, you do whatever you do, your water, however, but if you can start to include some of these sun salutations in it, it will be really great for the overall physical body as well as the mental and emotional bodies. Our sun salutations, as I mentioned, are really good for circulation, for getting the body pumping, the heart pumping, moving. It also helps with, decreasing our depression, headaches. Overall, just puts you in a really good mood because it sparks some of our good hormones and it kind of decreases all the bad hormones in the body. So let's kind of break it down. I want to give you some, obviously some modifications as well as maybe some advancements too. So you can take some of these cues, kind of remember a little Chrissy on your shoulder when you are in your classes, wherever it may be. And remember some of these cues in your bodies to give yourself a very strong and healthy foundation. Okay, so we're gonna start in Tadasana, and our Tadasana is basically mountain pose. Your feet are rooting down their hip distance, so don't think your hips are wider than they are, right underneath those hip bones, okay? So you're gonna flex your toes up so you really feel your arches engaged. So I'm gonna give you kind of a side view. I'm gonna engage in my belly. I'm gonna bring a slight tucking or elongation of my tailbone down towards the earth. So it's not scooping or rounding, it's just an elongation. I'm gonna let those hands come down by my sides, kind of let the fingertips hang long and bring some activity into those fingertips, okay? Shoulders are rolling down and away from the ears, your gaze is forward. You're gonna inhale, sweep those arms out and up, bringing the hands into a high prayer position above. And then as we exhale, you can keep a gentle bend into the knees, but you're gonna swan dive all the way down, coming into a forward fold. Okay, so our first forward fold is also known as Uttanasana, okay? So where you can, again, keep a gentle bend into the knees if you need to, if you have tight hamstrings, or if you have some low back modification or low back agitation, then you want to just keep that bend into the knees so you can really feel the elongation, okay? You're going to inhale, lift up, halfway lift, either keeping the fingertips onto the floor, or maybe let the hands slide up to the shins, right? So really finding that flat back, letting the heart lift forward, and then exhale, come back down into that forward fold, that nice deep forward fold. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Plant the palms and you're gonna step back to that plank pose, okay? So remember, one of our other tutorials, we worked through plank pose and chaturangas. This is where we're gonna take all of that, what we learned before, and put it into account here. If I'm new, remember I'm gonna drop my knees down, I'm gonna tuck my toes, I'm gonna lower down to my chaturanga, my elbows are just coming into about 90 degrees. I'm gonna lower all the way down towards the floor. Our first one is just gonna come up into our cobra pose. So maybe come into baby cobra where your hands can just kind of come off of the floor, really root down through the pinky toes so you can widen the sits bones and really use the low back muscles to lift through that heart space. And then exhale, lower down. Good. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, lift the thighs. If you came down in modified, keep the knees down, press back up to that modified plank. Good, tuck the toes, up and back to our first downward facing dog. So in our downward facing dog, we're rooting down through the fingertip pads, especially the thumb and the pointer fingertips. I'm letting the shoulders slide down up towards my tailbone, so I'm creating some space between my shoulders and my ears. Then I'm rolling my biceps out, my triceps in towards the midline. So again, I can really feel that elongation through the entire side bodies, all the way up to my hips. I'm letting the crown of the head hang heavy, so I'm not adding too much tension or pressure there. And then I'm feeling the energy draw all the way back down through those backs of the legs, down through the heels. Now keep in mind, your heels may not touch the floor, and that's completely fine, but just kind of feel the energy and that gravity as they draw down towards the earth to your point, right? And then you're gonna inhale, lift through the heels, and tippy-toe your way all the way back up to the top of the mat, finding that forward fold again. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Exhale, flush it out, bow back down, forward fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. You can keep a gentle bend into those knees if you need to, or roll up. Inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. That's round one. We're gonna move through 2 more rounds. I'm gonna add a little bit more as we go on, okay? So again, if you're new to this, stay with the variation that we just did with the knees down in cobra pose, okay? Again, inhale, arms reach out and up. Feel grounded, but feel the length. Exhale, lead with that heart. Take your time. That entire exhale is coming all the way back down towards the earth. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen that fold. Again, inhale, lift up, halfway lift. This next time, I'm just gonna step back to plank. This version, I'm gonna keep my knees lifted. I'm gonna shift forward, inhale here, exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Belly is engaged, tailbone is elongated. Inhale, this time I'm gonna lift up into upward facing dog. My knees, my thighs, my hips are lifted off the floor. I'm rooting down through the palms. I'm rolling my shoulder blades back and lifting through the heart space. So you can take your gaze up if it's okay on your neck. If not, keep it forward, okay? Then from here, on the exhale, I'm gonna lift up over those toes and arrive back into my downward facing dog. That entire long exhale is gonna allow me to come back into my down dog, where I'm gonna maybe hold here for about 2 to 3 breaths. Inhaling in through the nose, I'm already starting to feel heated. I'm already starting to feel my heart rate rise. Again, inhale, breathe. Exhale, settle deeper into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift through those heels. You can either tip your toe, take a big step, or you can maybe hop to the top of the mat on the exhale. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen that fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Take your entire breath. Inhale, sip it a little bit more at the top, maybe a slight offering of the heart, and then exhale right back down. So our last variation, again, I'm gonna add a little bit more. Inhale, lift up, halfway lift. Again, maybe hands to shins or maybe stay to the floor, but lengthen the spine. Exhale, hollow out that belly and bow back down. Inhale, last time in preparation. On the exhale, plant the palms. I can step back to plank, modified plank, or I can hop right to chaturanga. Elbows are hugging in. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. So, the breath is super important for our sun salutations. I'm already feeling a little heated up in my body. I can feel the beating of my heartbeat, and it feels fantastic. So this is a great, great way to kind of start your day. Maybe even do it throughout the day. If there 3 o'clock comes and you're like, oh, God, I wish I had that cup of coffee. Why don't you go through 3 rounds of sun salutations, and you'll kind of automatically and very naturally energize your body. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, don't hesitate to add any comments, suggestions, questions that you have, something you didn't understand through the tutorial. Please let me know and I'll be happy to help. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining. One love. Namaste.